Well, good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning. There's a 0% chance of rain today. So I just checked the radar and there's a big line of rain moving in. So ought to be a weatherman. But it's too late to worry about it right now because I got up early. You know what time it is right now? If you've watched these videos, normally, you know, I get started around 11 o'clock. It's 8:14 and I am here. Boat's ready. This pit is waiting. This is a pit in Unit 20. So there's like four pits, I think, that have boat ramps. This one has a boat ramp. But yeah, I'll see. We'll of course do the paddle test and see how far out the actual ramp goes. But anyway, I love what I'm looking at right over here. It's like somebody landscaped this. Hey, let's put some boulders in along the shoreline just to make it look nice, and we'll toss in a tree or two out there in the water. Just to, you know, add that little something extra. But anyway, we're going to explore this pit and see what it has to offer. Now, I, of course, if you've watched my videos before too, you know that I don't like fooling around when bad weather is in the area, like lightning. Especially when I'm using a fishing pole that's called the lightning rod. Don't want that to happen. So I may take a little intermission, a little break, but I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that it doesn't really get here. So anyway, with that in mind, let the exploration begin. Well, it seems to go out a pretty good distance. It was like around 4 feet and I was still hitting the bottom. So enter at your own risk, though I think it's, especially if you have a lightweight boat, probably not too shabby of a pit to get into. So I don't know how long I'll actually have to fish because I'm not going to be out on the water when the rain gets here. Looks pretty much like on the map that it's gonna, or on the radar, it's gonna get here. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a try until then. Here's a look down the pit that way, towards the back. I love this tree in the water here. And then over here, so once you come off the boat ramp, go around the corner, there's a neat little, some more neat rock landscaping there. And then pretty much just a bank with some overhangs. That big boulder over there, that looks cool. And some more various big rocks right over there. I like this overhang. But judging from this tree right here in the water, visibility is a little bit more than I was giving it credit for. It's too dark to really be able to see for sure what things are like. I'm not going very far because I want to make sure I can get back to the boat ramp in case it looks like I need to. Alright, so we had a brief rain delay. Not like it rained a whole lot. It didn't even really wet down my boat any. That's the neat thing about having a removable seat. I took it with me to the truck. So it stayed nice and dry. So did I. But just a little bit of thunder and that was it. A couple of thunder claps. And apparently, according to the radar, it has moved on. Oh, hey, as far as bank fishing goes, there's really not very much place to fish. They've cleared this out so you can get down here to this part and do a little fishing. And then where the boat ramp is, but that's about it, as far as I can tell. Looks like, this kind of looks like this pit's down about 2 feet as well, like most of them. So if it was up, there'd be a neat little place right back in there. I don't know if that's a pass through to another little part of this or not, but baby spook. Wow, nice bluegill. Nice bluegill. Right here. Pretty fish. But that's not what I'm looking for. Doggone it. Look at this structure. This is so cool. Man, landscaping is out of this world. How cool. And I can tell on down the road there, on down the way, there's more really cool rock bluffs. Oh man, I'm going nuts trying to figure out what I should use. The search continues. It doesn't seem to be really deep. I mean, really deep. It's deep, but not really deep. Look at that. That was one big rock at one time. Holy cow. Look at this rock in the water here. These rocks, man. I wish I was feeling bolder about what I was doing here. Get it? Boulder. Big rock. I think I need to pitch my worm in there. Texas rig yum worm. It's like watermelon something or other and a chartreuse tail. Man, this looks so cool. This is yet another slightly different pit. Unique in what it has to offer. Big, big boulders along the shoreline. Great white egret. How cool. Sorry, I lied. Look at this. Big rock down in the water, more rocks. So this is really more, there's more visibility than I've been giving it credit for. It's got to be at least about 5 feet down in the water, and I can see the rock, obviously. So, clearish water. Big boulders that you would just think would be perfect for bass to be hanging around. Ambush points, probably crawdads are a nice bait, or I mean, snack for them. Nice tree in the water right there. I'm going to turn around and show you this. Look at that. Big rock ledge hanging out over the water. There's another one right over there. And ooh, right back there is the boat ramp. So it's not that far to get to these here places. But here we have just a whole bunch of overhanging bushes and stuff right along the bank. Looks like it goes around the corner up there. So anyway, I'm just going to keep on trolling and working this here crankbait as much as I can. Here's some more. I'm talking about bushes hanging out over the water. It's pretty deep right here. Branch in the water there. I could use my Argus field map and see where I am on this pit. Take all the mystery out of what's ahead, but I'm not gonna. Let it be a mystery, part of the exploration process. Now I'm on the pit, I'm fishing, I'm taking note of the kind of cover along the bank, and this is just really a cool pit as far as that goes. Not an abundance of weeds, but enough to give cover for a nice big bass to be kind of cruising through all that stuff, looking to ambush something. Coming around the bend, I'll give you the same view that I get as I see it. No idea if it's shallow. This is a pit that doesn't have the depth shown on it, so you just kind of have to go with what you see. And so far, it's been a pretty deep pit because, as I say, I've been using this crankbait and haven't had any trouble whatsoever. Wow. This goes back quite a ways. So this is that's the back of this little arm. This side has lots of vegetation, bushes hanging over the edge, grass growing right along the edge, or weeds, plant life growing right along the edge. Neat overhangs and stuff like that. Goes on down, comes back, pretty nondescript, mud kind of bottom, and then you get to some trees right over there, and then you get to that tree, and that tree, and that tree, and that overhang. There's a nice stretch of shore on that bank that looks really, really good. Hey. No, 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 no. So, you know, it's really, really amazing. The forecast called for no rain today, period, 0 chance. We had that storm go through, a little bit of rain go through, and now we got this thing going overhead, which on the radar doesn't show that there's a whole lot of anything attached with it. But this little thing right here coming down, you know what? I've had enough of this stuff. It's a really nice pit, but thanks, Doug Hetty. Appreciate it. And of course it's into the wind, but I have to paddle. Thank you, Doug Hetty. I'm paddling because it's too strong of a friggin' wind for my trolling motor to keep up. And of course it's, you know, got to be going into it, not with it. That would be too good to be true. How much you want to bet when I get up here to the mouth of this thing, it's going to be blowing straight at me still. Oh well. Hey, you'll never guess. Wind's coming right at me, so I'm trying to get to the boat dock. Hey, the boat ramp. Wouldn't it be interesting if it was actually blowing the other direction? Gosh, that would be really nice. Trust me, if I knew that there was going to be like 30-mile-an-hour winds, I wouldn't put this raft platform out on the water. For this very reason. Yes, it has a trolling motor, but you know, trying to move into a breeze like this is pushing harder than it can actually go forward. So much for this fishing trip today. If there's any clouds in the area tomorrow, I don't believe I'll try it. Once bitten, twice shy.